information. TDN Africa station. TDN Africa Media. Yeah. For news and entertainment. TDN gets the latest. TDN Africa Media. Yeah.
Welcome to your program, SALONE on TDN Africa Media. We hope you have a wonderful weekend and thank you for joining me again this Monday morning. Mina Diana program.
And Mina Theophilus Gbenda. All right. Well, inside the program, we will just go through the headlines, and from there we will get the newspaper front page stories. So, APC officially suspend Honorable Mohamed Bangura and Honorable Alfred Thompson pending disciplinary hearing. And then government don't lift the travel ban on former APC government officials and even current government officials, where government they don't say there is a ban on them traveling just like that. They can travel, but it has to be approved. What I mean, the government officials. So now government don't lift all that ban especially for the APC people then. And then the European Union will release a detailed report on the election observation in SALONE. And this report, it will come out this week. We don't know what's in this reports, but the indication already is that it is going to be a very critical report of what happened, and it will coincide with the entering into peace dialogue between the opposition, All People's Congress, and the government of Sierra Leone. So let's see what that will amount to. Then Madam Mayor-elect Yvonne Sahr on another trip to Nigeria. So I don't know again whether the Ministry of Local Government is going to put out another press statement. So you see, they say don't start what you cannot continue. Then of course, the 4th of October marked Albert Academy, the 119th anniversary. Albert Academy, 119th anniversary. We can only wish them well. President Biodo addressed the 5th SALONE roundtable discussion. Whatever say, one of the key priorities of the president right now is say you want 5th SALONE. And so there was a roundtable discussion on 5th SALONE, on the 5th SALONE initiative, and the president was there to deliver the keynote address. And then Mike Berawa resigns as Director of Communications, Office of the President. I wonder why. I wonder why. Then of course, see, Koti Mohamed Bangura, I am disappointed. Sorry, Mohamed Kalon, I am disappointed. So Mohamed Kalon reacts to the appointment of the new Leo Stars coach. We will go into that. Then Dr. Alpha Tijanhuri, former Minister of Higher and Technical Education, where they will relieve of a job and give to another Wuri, has been reappointed as presidential advisor. So we'll go for seriously into that actually. Yes. Then a demonstration in Lungi by Sky Holding Partnership staff members, where they say they demonstrate because the condition of service is nothing good to write home about, and that the service whether they render as compared to the money whether they give them no commensurate. So therefore the demand for increased salary, and so they decide for down the tool, and because of that there was a whole disruption of operations at the Lungi International Airport. Very embarrassing situation, really. But now we will go to the newspaper front pages, and after that we will come straight to the core issues of discussion for the day. So Madam Dana will take you through the newspapers.
Yes. We will start with the Salone Compass newspaper. Banana Island Seaport Project. Gentle Group unveils mother of all investments. For self-aggrandizement, SLPP government risk $400 million arise IIP investments. And we're moving now to the Calabash. The Calabash also the reports arise IIP on massive infrastructural and industrial development in Korea. QNet unveils WhatsApp hotline for Sub-Saharan Africa to nab scammers. And you also get always Sierra Leone supports refurbishment of Bime Nursery and Primary School, commissioned by First Lady, I think the First Lady Commissioner. And they also the report Gentle Group unveils $1.5 billion seaport project in Banana Island. We move now to the Salone Times, and also $1.5 billion Ricketts, I think, Banana Island Gentle Group port to provide 10,000 jobs. And arise IIP on massive works at Korea, and also legal battle resumes as peace fails in Tabita Pulaku. Tabita Pulaku, I don't begin to face again on the front page of the newspaper. The Freetown Post, the report today say President Bio calls for private sector involvement in Feed Salone program. And financial year 2024 budget discussions begin today. From the Freetown Post, we go now take the Independent Observer, and on the front page of the Independent Observer, Sierra Leone risk litigations. China threatens arise IIP $400 million potential investments. The Premier News, domestic violence, wife of military officer suffers in silence. Political paralysis threatens millions of dollars in aid. Finance Ministry holds budget hearing. And aggrieved MMTU students demand refund of NCTV fees. The drone on the front page gets Gentle's Banana Island project, Sub-Saharan Africa's largest and deepest port. Yeah. And abdicating Arise IIP contract will create serious consequences. So the A to Z newspaper, the report Liberia decides tomorrow, they are going to the polls tomorrow. Teaching is a career, not a dumping ground. They're quoting the Minister of, Chief Minister, that's David Senge. And you get also Minister of Information and Civic Education assures facelift for government printing departments. I think that's very important. Sierra Leoneans lose confidence in BO. That's on the front page of the Heroes Media. And remarkably, police officers' generosity benefit disabled community in Vietnam. And NRA boss Bank's new appointment is now been appointed as team manager of the national team, Leon Stars. And the Gbenda, 1.5 billion seaports for Banana Island. And you have the Tabitha Pulokasalo returns to court. Standard Times, fake Gbenda land deal. Femi Hebron exposed. Governments risk lengthy lawsuits. Africa 24 newspaper, the report SALONE government to miss 350 megawatts, megawatts, yes. Expired Chamber of Commerce executive, defiant to accounts. SLFA in hot water, failing to follow due process. And Africa 24, okay, failing to follow due process, SLFA in hot waters. That's the final paper for today. Well, now some of the headlines on the local tabloids today. We will start off with the issue of the banana project, the seed project.
Sure.
Most of the newspapers, then they're so, the publicity on that is so.
Oh yes, the publicity is so much, but the details we are still waiting to hear. The
1.5 billion.
1.5 billion dollars. Not only also
dollars.
1.5 billion dollars investment for a seaport. You know, for me, I am very concerned about this. It should not be an investment to be done by an individual. This, as far as me concerned, are the governments now for embark on that kind of investment and put mechanism in place for effectively run the facility. But if an individual can just go choose some side and say, okay, I'll go up a seaport now, what is the motivation? What is the motivation? What are the reason why it choose Banana Island? How they therefore run the facility? Who is going to be in charge? Who is going to own the facility? Because if Nagento they put a $1.5 billion per the facility by way of investment, it means that Inketa. What is the arrangement? What is the arrangement between A and government for the lease of that particular facility? Has there been any feasibility study for whether a seaport appropriate for the other area there? Who is going to operate it? I am very concerned because these are the areas you can easily come in with things that were not good for the country. You can easily do things that were not good for the country. As far as me concerned, this investment is questionable and I am very critical about it. I will try to get more information about it, know exactly what the motivation, because at the end of the day, the bulk of the profits goes to who? The owner of the facility, which will be Gento. And we know Gento for be a contractor. Now it can go into entrepreneurship when a massive project where you say in the finance, whether a bank loan or whether from in pocket, I really don't know. But what's important is that they say 1.5 billion United States dollars. Then I know you're not concerned about that.
Why should I not be concerned? I'll never be concerned because that Banana Island, that area, you know, say an historic facility.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe I don't really know the location, which area exactly they don't identify for being the port there, but for the fact that it's a Banana Island, you know, so one for the concerns, you know, as you don't state earlier, if we don't get at least from then they get press release from the Environmental Protection Agency. They don't release reports on the visibility study, you know, how suitable or viable the location did for go big ports. You know, there are so many things where they don't disclose to the public.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, all the way to Yeri, over the weekend, we see journalists they go through, you know, Banana Island. Then on just as we just hearing about ports na Banana Island. No information, no information no don't come from any responsible institution, especially the one that will say responsible for look at the area force and don't pull the reports. Because the report for common, people don't say yes. There are plans for being just like how the Ministry of Fisheries, the how you call the area where they go for this
Black Johnson,
you know, there may not be engagement with the people that they, you know, just like Banana Island, I should say something like that also for don't they happen.
Exactly.
You know, because a lot of other activities that we know say people that get resort in that place they don't build places that they another Banana Island places that they like there, you know. So we don't get much detail about this, you know, as you say, whether I from your own pocket the fund them from, or whether a bank loan, or whether I don't get partner or can join them for do the investment, all that is shrouded in secrecy. So we can look for you know, even you as an individual, as a company, a group, gentle group, you now owe to the public for disclose some of the information they did. Now for the Bambayo, but
no, it's true, of course. It's true.
Not because you think so, you have a strong link with the government. You can
exactly.
do what you feel like doing.
No.
Time to you go for answers or questions there.
So for us, it's not about the investment, it's about the processes involved. I mean, due diligence. So that's it. So we are not against development, but with the things say they can say the government will take the lead. Not to an individual, and it should be a government initiative, not an individual's initiative.
Well, I don't think it's really wrong again if an individual is Sierra Leonean. We can don't see for we are going to take up the airport project. You know,
the airport project?
The new airport.
Yes, of course. Yes, but the government and the group that they come into understanding relating to that.
But now most of the decisions they take them independently without government. So you see how many Sierra don't suffer.
So this is an advantage.
So for me, I don't think say government can get any strong I would say control over them.
They can project the government's hand for the full time. The government money for the so but they don't say bill and transfer. But in the case of this seaport now, they are nothing like bill and transfer. It is bill and own. Bill and own and operate. As long as you want your generation yourself, you can benefit from that facility. It belongs to the gentle kindred, as you say. Anyway, so we'll go to another one. This ports arise port team then for the past couple of weeks. You know that the media, and it's like Arise, they believe in media propaganda to an extent that at one time they will take some journalists them out to go see their facilities. They come back, we all see the flowering reports from that trip about the group, and now we see the newspapers are washed. I mean, every day with Arise. I mean, of course, Malek Calabash newspaper, you know, Nadili. So
you pretend as if you don't know why they get this massive media publicity. Are you pretending?
I'm not pretending, but you tell me.
You know, because one of the staff of Arise on a media house. Navo is part of Arise.
Okay, wow.
Okay. So now they facilitate all the media things. Okay, what do you expect?
No, I never know.
No, you never know.
No, I never know.
As press, and then I remember the last time they get ask you about Arise, and you tell me say you go and find out.
No, but honestly, I never know say like Navo involved.
It's involved. It's part of Arise.
I don't know. Okay.
So.
Yeah. So what I say is that there is an issue between Arise and a Chinese entity for the ownership rights for operate that particular port there. Now, accordingly, government will get a deal with a Chinese company for run the ports. The same company where they run we took over from Africa Minerals. So that then go run the ports. Now, government to the ports, they don't transfer over to Arise. So now, if the Chinese company want to use that port, they have to get a separate arrangement with Arise, where get the ownership control of the port facility. So this is where the problem is right now. So China, if you just say government don't treat them badly, government don't breach the contract, and now
I think they are still struggle for hand over this port to Arise. Arise not still they in possession of the port.
Okay, so it means it is in the hands of the Chinese people, right?
Yes, that's
okay.
According
So
to the reports so far.
Okay. Well, we hope that the government not going to complicate this matter further. May they try to resolve them amicably, because two companies cannot surely not run the facility. It has to be one company. It's either Arise or the Chinese company. So what's it that the arrangement between government and the Chinese company? We don't know. What's that the arrangement? The details about the arrangement between government and Arise, we also don't know. Those documents should be out in the public domain. Let us see exactly where things went wrong. If government terminates the Chinese control rights over the port, there should not have been anything secret. Therefore, let me make clear to the public and state reasons. For say, this is the reason why we are deciding to go this way. But not doing that, then there's a document where they say that Chinese them for run the facility, then there's a risk for a court litigation. So I don't know whether the government is ready for that.
And we don't know why they're not going to seek advice before they do certain agreements, or going to certain agreements. They just speedily rush into agreements.
Yeah.
And you have the two companies then. Now, but me, I'm not say for the issue between the two companies.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Well, it should be an issue for the government to address.
Exactly.
Government should address that issue amicably. That is very, very crucial. All right, so we'll take another issue on this. Say budget discussion begins today. Well, of course, budget discussion is very important because it deals with the budget for the next fiscal year 2024. And normally, now October, they can get them. So by November, they go done with the process and then go to the parliament, say now this, and then parliament do the needful. So by January, we have a new budget for operate on. All ministry go over say, hey, me, they don't allocate for me $300 million, for instance, or 300 million euros, or 500 million euros, as the case may be. But now the time for go put the case across, put your budget, and defend the budget. Why do you want such amounts? But unfortunately, most time, once the MDS then go don't do all the needful, they don't approve budget for them. Throughout the year, maybe they can only have half of what was budgeted for them. So therefore, they render the MDS they're very weak and not able to operate effectively. An example of them are the Civic Education Commission, headed by Brother Talulu Tutange. Are you hearing about them, Dana?
They're quiet.
They are so quiet because they don't have the support to operate. And you don't establish entities just for pay salaries to the workers. No, they should be seen working. Otherwise, they become very.
Now you have the Ministry of Information and Civic Education.
Yeah, exactly.
You can create this new institution where you can have power. Then now you can't fund the institution. It don't make sense.
Exactly. So let's see how things will go. Let's see how things will go.
It's so interesting. There was one time I witnessed the budget hearing. You as journalists that time you ask yourself questions. Some of the especially maybe I always get interested in that some media stops them. And the things there were some institutions they put before saying that this they do media engagements. There's the amount of money they spend per media. You ask yourself questions, this amount of money per media, and then you go get all the secrets, how people divert money, whether they succeed for certain activities.
Yes.
Well, anyway, we wish them well. We hope that they will get a very fruitful discussion.
Exactly.
You know, and they will get the allocation, the amount of their budgets. They will get the necessary.
Exactly. You're right. You're right. All right. Well, I'll jump now to the main issues. Then, Well, of course, but perhaps whilst we go to the main issues, then I will just start with the fact say the All People's Congress and the government of Sierra Leone for begin peace discussion this week, and it is being facilitated by the Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion, ICPNC. And of course, there is a press statement to the effect. There's a letter to the effect, which is also on the social media. I'll just run through them quickly. It says, the address to the chairman, All People's Congress Party, Old Railway Line, Brookfields, Freetown, dated 6th October 2023. Dear Sahr. And then the topic now, dates for the mediation dialogue between the governments of Sierra Leone and the All People's Congress. I write to inform you that the mediation team comprising of the Commonwealth, the African Union, and the Economic Community for West African States, ECOWAS, for the dialogue between the government of Sierra Leone and the All People's Congress will arrive in Freetown on the week of the 8th October 2023. Today they are the 8th.
That's not yesterday.
It's yesterday, right? So that's it. So they should be here yesterday. So the team of mediators will hold separate consultations with both the government of Sierra Leone and the APC party on Friday, 13th and 14th. That Friday and Saturday, 14th October 2023, with Sunday, 15th October 2023, left open as a resting day. The mediation dialogue will be held from Monday, 15th to Wednesday, 18th October at 9 a.m. daily at the ballroom of the Bintumani Hotel, Aberdeen, Freetown. Everyone is requested to be seated at 8:45 a.m. daily to ensure proper time management. Please note that there will be an opening ceremony on Monday, 15th October 2023, commencing at 9 a.m. prompt. I wish to confirm that only those invited to the dialogue will be allowed entrance to the venue. You are therefore kindly required to confirm the parties' availability to participate in the dialogue on the above dates and to submit the names of delegates who will be parts of your negotiation team. Please revert to the following for any clarification and/or additional information. Ms. Hawa Saleh Samai, Executive Secretary of the Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion, and the letter is signed by no less a person but Reverend Shudankin Johnson as board chairman. Diana, what do you think?
It's a whole process, you know. We may think that this dialogue wouldn't start because I remember last Monday where we go to the press conference because the presidential candidate for the APC may talk like say the dialogue will start the next day. Say they address the media on the eve of the proposed dialogue. So anyway, it's better late than never. You know, long overdue.
Okay.
And finally, by this letter indicates now say, you know, all the players, the international players, they're already done in the country. They don't arrive yesterday.
Yeah.
So they go start for engage the APC on Friday and Saturday, and on Sunday they will need for rest before the proper dialogue now to start on Monday. So
they actually talk to both the APC and the SLPP.
So they engage both parties.
Yes, the APC on Friday, and then the APC on Friday, and then the government on Saturday.
Okay.
So then they go rest, and then they continue back next week, full time. So, what are your expectations of this dialogue, Diana? What are you expecting to come out as a result of the dialogue?
We expect that both the APC and the SLPP-led governments will reach at an agreement which will be beneficial to everybody, to every Sierra Leonean. Let them put the interest of Sierra Leone first, you know.
Yes, I agree with you, Diana, definitely. And for me, this is very, very crucial. It is happening for the very first time in the history of the country. And we hope, say, once they go into this dialogue, they will not come back without announcing an amicable settlement.
Exactly.
Dialogue is a give and take thing. So I will say that both the government and the APC for approach the dialogue with open minds. Don't go there with a fixed conclusion. Say, if we don't have this, we are not going to cooperate. In a dialogue situation, you cannot have everything, and you cannot give everything at the same time. So they have to come to the middle and ensure a win-win situation. Exactly. It's for the good of the country.
It's for the good of the country.
Yeah, exactly, for the nation.
We hope that this not will repeat itself.
It will not repeat itself again.
With a big
yes.
When you are going to election, you are making sure you are doing election.
Definitely, definitely.
Be very transparent.
Very transparent.
Because you not make this election transparent and don't lead to all this.
Yes.
You know?
So, Colin said for the listener to himself will say, instead of me cause all this. Imagine carrying.
You allow for be used, then you carry all the shame. Because it's shameful.
Well, we have to wait for that and use the user because let's wait for all the reports to come out. Because then they say, as far as ECS are concerned, this is the best election ever.
Where?
This year, that's what I say. Every President Bureau, where you go, Tucker, this is the most credible election.
President Bureau.
Isn't it the most credible election?
Where did they say that?
Even when you go to the American university for international service.
Anyway.
Yes, understand it?
I just leave off talk.
Yes.
A mistake talk, man.
So for me, because you see a dialogue, they're not for just go and deal with the pantap. May they go first and establish. Did anything go wrong?
Yeah.
May they establish that day first. Yeah. Did anything go wrong?
Of course.
If indeed things went wrong, what are the evidences to show that things went wrong? So if things went wrong, it has to be accepted by the APC and the SLPP that things went wrong. Yeah. Because that is where it starts. And after that,
and
after that now, they think now, how do we handle this matter? How do we handle this matter? So it's very crucial.
So I think Colin said need for that is that.
No, they're not present
the data.
No, they're not even ask them. They're not even ask them for any data. Many just establish the facts based on what is out. Because mind you, the results of that election, a day on the table of the foreign embassies, a day in the hands of other people. And mind you, the result was published on the ECSL's website. Later on, they pull a day. And from that time now, ECSL say, we are not going to release anything. Even if you put with left, now we told for put out the disaggregated data, we will not do it. Diana, and that's you. That guy.
And you self can say how they for defend Kaine. So
can you imagine 9,000 votes suddenly turned to 19,000 votes? Diana. How can you defend that?
The only solution we not go pull no detail and you know go.
How can you do it? How can you justify that? Anyway, so it's very serious. So now there was a demonstration at the Lunge International Airport on the 6th of October, and the demonstration was staged by staff members of the Freetown International Airport. And we are talking there about the new airports. The new airports. So the workers there, now they're responsible for checking passengers. Now they're responsible for baggage handling. Now they're responsible for aircraft cleaning. When the plane can't on, but now they start to go clean. They go clean and fine. I mean, you know, sweep everything there, do everything, and then spray so then the plane smell fresh. And they're also responsible for passenger assistance, like you say, passenger welfare or customer care or passenger care. Now they're responsible for all the services there, and they staff them. Their salaries are not even up to $100. Not up to $100, according to the staff members there. So they staged a protest action. And our man Tijan, we go straight to the Lunge the demonstration. Let's hear what the people were saying. Let's hear them. I mean, you know, yes, let's go.
Keep the peace now. Another case we station, we keep the peace now. Tell the one something. We're not the senating. We're not the senating. No, we're not the senating. I don't video you.
Yes, sir. Okay. We do anything about food. We don't do nothing as those, you know. But then there are people that you can't love the people that are around here. We don't stop. So we don't cooperate. Please.
Hey, now go audience. Now listen now.
Men are the new lieutenant police commander.
Faith can't see my plan.
Madam.
Let's see face.
Yeah. And judges not say fatigue notice here. I want for new people now all the work here.
Yes,
sir. Waiting at the problem.
We want to come here.
One person.
We want to talk with James, sir. We get things the way they affect me.
What I make I don't say una get so because I know say una all na so gentle.
All right. Well, from the level I don't see we na TDN where to talk. We always make sure say it is factual, it is credible, and that you can also see evidences. So when we tell you say there was a demonstration in Lunge, then that's it, you've seen it. So anyway, these are the people that want to do all the dirty job at the airports, and they are so dissatisfied. And we are talking about one of the most expensive airports in the world, to an extent that people who are coming into Sierra Leone, you know what's happening now? Then they go to the flight to go to Guinea. Now Guinea they go Canon, and they take Portugal for enter inside Freetown. Understand it?
You tax them.
Yeah, imagine
very high tax.
And they say when you do that,
even the old tax when they travel, they go to Guinea.
Can you imagine?
Go take flight
because they say the ticket from Guinea to anywhere or from anywhere to Guinea is cheaper by over $1,000 something as compared to what you will get now. Yeah, can you imagine? Why is that also? Why? Why?
Even now, Wataki for clear.
You see?
They tax too much. They say when you don't clear, then they get one side they show you back saying that for Goyata before you get able to pass Comunado.
Okay. Oh, you pass the first?
Yes.
What do I should know?
Special take
Ah, I saw. I saw. Maybe it is part of their process.
I'm not sure it's not part of the process. So.
Well, you cannot say so if you don't investigate.
But what that they need for the fact say that now that information, people that they grumble water. Not say that because they don't give their receipts.
Okay. So anyway, this demonstration, it be so attract public attention, public and media attention because it ground all operations at the airport to halt. Because the one that they do all the dirty job, they say we're not working. So who can do the job?
Nobody.
So therefore, people have to value the service of people. Imagine, most of the people you see in that demonstration are very mature people. You know,
is it a backlog or is it?
No, the condition of service.
Okay.
The condition of service.
Okay.
They say the work what they do. And the salary whether they receive, or the salary whether they receive, it not commensurate with the job whether they do.
Yeah, I know. But before the protest, I feel that they were engaged for.
They must have done all of that, Diana. They must have done all of that.
Maybe it's a backlog. Maybe
No, they must have done all of that. So it is a matter for the Ministry of Labour. The Ministry of Labour for go there immediately.
Transport as well.
Yeah, the Ministry of Transport as well. Yeah, but the workers them, they get business more with the Ministry of Labour. Of course, the Minister of Transport will be part of the discussion because you know what I mean. For letting people they get the flight for go book, then the workers are at strike. No flights no go. No flight will go.
They send a good message.
Oh no. Of course, who is going to process their documentation? What is it checking?
Flights they now no one kind salon safe.
Right, yeah, you see.
Then
So
all the probably are
you cannot. You see because the Shuma company will come, they can make profits and for reduce expenditure. And one way for reduce expenditure now for ensure say they get cheap labor. And cheap labor not get space anymore in SALONE because the cost of living is so high and most of those people are not really based in Lungi. Most of them are based in Freetown. They have to go to Lungi, they have to take houses there for 2-3 days when they're on duty and come back and focus on their family. How can't you pay them well? I'm expecting that the least you can pay such workers now $250.
Exactly.
At least $250.
That's reasonable.
At least $250.
About 5 million.
At least, exactly. You know, make people are comfortable. Otherwise, then if you go to the airport, the level of begging is so intense.
Now they come just because they look at the salary structure in the country, how much government they pay. So they say just they fix the salary.
Yeah.
Now that kind of line.
Exactly.
It's bad.
It's bad. I agree with you. It's bad.
The government said today they pay workers the less than a minimum wage.
And the minimum wage is 800,000. You see? So let's go to another issue. We hope say the authorities concerned go do the needful, but we support that kind of peaceful protest action a day.
Exactly.
What would you against?
And why the police for tell us say let them go to station? They don't have to go to the station.
Well, as far as the police are concerned, now illegal possession.
No, all they need for do let them.
It's not
you see, all they need for do tin up and make sure say they be peaceful.
Oh yes, of course.
And not cause no
show
problem.
placard.
Show placard.
Yeah.
Always they bring example of Ghana.
Yes.
And if you watch this guy where he always this Nigerian guy.
Okay. Yeah.
He even commend the IG again.
Okay.
After the demonstration, the IG go and they say well done to all the officers there when we deploy.
Yeah.
You know, they commended for the good job that no citizen not get any problem with police.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they not hit at any citizen. They do their job professionally.
So you know why is that?
Yeah.
Because the police there is not political.
It's not politicized.
It's not political.
Exactly.
When a police force is politicized, such as what we have here, you always will expect the reverse. You understand? So those people they demonstrated legitimately, but then the police, as far as the police is concerned, are in violation of the 1965 Public Order Act. That makes it say, no go to police. And by inviting them to the police, you are already putting them under arrest.
Yeah.
But the people say, we are not going anywhere. But we'll find out whether people were arrested as a result of what happened. So we'll go to another issue.
You know, they give people a clearance.
Yeah, we'll go to another issue. Now, there is a new appointment. Professor Alpha Tijan Buri, appointed as, well, let me get it. Appointment as Presidential Advisor on Human Capital Development. Presidential Advisor on Human Capital Development. Of course, the president will say one of the key priorities na human capital development. So it needs an advisor. And we're not aware of any profile of Alpha Wuri, professor, as a human development expert.
You know, some of them can you imagine? I see if not me, I for turn this appointment.
No, he won't.
Why always? Why?
He won't.
Why?
He won't.
No need for go rest now. You have
He
your
won't.
business. What concentration?
And this is somebody.
Business.
He has nothing to offer to Sierra Leone anymore. He has, what else can you offer to Sierra Leone? What else?
For the last 5 years,
The only thing is that the president is just obliged to him. He's just obliged to him. These are the this you see. So me, I remember when the president appoints IG Sofula as Inspector General of Police. Now I say, oh no, this man is not serious about the new direction thing, right? He's not serious about the new direction thing. Then look at it now. Somebody, well, with all respect to him, he has outlived his usefulness.
Yeah, he has
and he has no experience in human capital development. No experience, absolutely. So if President Biya wants real advice on human capital development, let him find an independent expert. The person only for be SLPP, for goodness sake. This is the presidential advisor. It don't need for be SLPP. It don't need for be your sympathizer. It don't need for be your stooge. Yes sir. We don't get any better advice from that person there. If the Senate puts together a piece on human capital development, how President Biya go achieve that? You know what he will do, Diana? He will call for experts.
And he will pay.
He will call for experts, and then the government will pay, and then he presents it now, like say, na Indoa, understand eh?
With all due respect to Professor, is he a professor?
Professor.
Wuri,
Yeah.
There are times, you don't make your mark.
Yes.
During your 10 years of President, late Ahmad Kaba.
Yeah, exactly.
We all know your usefulness, what you impact or you create.
Yeah, some impact and some trouble. You remember the Sababu project? Go on.
You don't come back, you don't do 5 years of President Biya. And then attempt now when you for say, an attempt arrest.
You know what? Because there are so much benefit attached to that Ghana. So much benefit. He stays in his house.
He don't make money.
He stays in his house, and government pays him for accommodation. Government gives him money.
He can afford them.
He can. These are people who want
everything
everything for themselves. They want everything for themselves. You understand it? Even, for the president appoints advisor on gender, Diana. We have a Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs. Automatically, the minister in that ministry becomes your advisor. That's how you manage cost. That's how you manage cost. By the way, let me read this letter of appointment. Let me be fair with the letter. No. It says, I like to inform you that it has pleased His Excellency the President, Brigadier Retired Julius Madabiu, to appoint you as Presidential Advisor on Human Capital Development, Office of the President. The terms and conditions of service is in respect. Let me read it again. The terms and conditions of service in respect of your appointment will be communicated. To you in due course. I am to congratulate you on your appointment and to wish you success in this assignment. Your appointment will take effect from the day you report for duty. No, so I don't see now. I mean, even the minister, the gender advisor, he said your appointment will take effect on the day you report for duty. So anyway, so that is it. So like Gbenda said, it is nothing impressive. There is nothing impressive about this appointment. President Bio should go out of the box. Bring in experts who can add value to the work you are doing. Don't rely on partisans who can only tell you what you want to hear. Bring in experts. Let them look at the whole thing. Human capital development, Dana, is so crucial. It's so crucial. If when President Bio go to the American University for International Studies, he was there to present a paper on human capital development. He could have took somebody from that university, when a lecturer in human capital development, for can be advisor.
Yeah, you have them, you get them.
Yeah, exactly. You can even have somebody here.
Therefore,
why do you have to be a politician? You see, President Bio is so political, Diana. That's the problem with him. He's so political.
It's power.
And you talk about, he said, he no go appoint who that he no sabi.
Na power. The only power, guys.
He said the only person he go appoint, the person he sabi. Hey, bo, President Bio said, sometimes they have to go out of the box, pa, there, who wants to see the results? Who wants to see the results? You know, who wants to see the results? I am disappointed, says Mohamed Bangu. I can see Mohamed Bangu, I name street and what this morning though. I am referring here to Mohamed Kalon as he reacts to the appointment of a new coach for the Leon Stars. And this new coach, the last day will not be mentioned in name, but this time around we are going to mention his name for sure, and that is not as a person but Amidou Karim. His name is not a household name in the sporting world. I don't know.
It's a household name.
It's a household name. I'm hearing it for the first time.
No, now somebody will play football just like Mohamed Kalon himself. You know, so himself gets a world of experience, you know.
But not as Mohamed Kalon.
Well, I cannot say. I don't know.
Not as Mohamed Kalon. Because honestly speaking, the thing is that this appointment has come out to be very, very controversial somehow.
It's controversial because, you know, we don't call Mohamed Kalon according to the information we get, and they don't inform about the appointment to appoint him as head coach. We understand, say, from the information we get, because of certain disagreements in terms of appointing other members they were for constitutes, you know, the technical team or what, maybe like assistant coach and this and that, you know, when Mohamed Kalon refused to accept, they decide to say, well, we don't give you this position again. So that's the information we get, you know, because Mohamed Kalon himself not make a very clear. Although he say yes, they don't start an agreement, they don't know it, but you know, make a very clear. But you know, say we get yes for you get sport journalism where we can relate with. So, you know, this country are the one for use people there. You know, there are 2 people in this country. They want somebody where they can easily use. But me, I mean, not say they not say the Mohamed Kalon in time, they cannot. They don't get very tough time with them. Even say, I mean, just say they just pretend. Not to be something where they mean for appointer, where they mean first of all approach them with that. They don't be getting real intention, you know.
Okay, so let me read something from the Africa 24 newspaper on the back page, one of the sports page normally for all newspapers. It said, failing to follow due process. Failing to follow due process, SLFA in hot waters. Let me read some portion of this one. Let me read some portion of it, and it is written by Ibrahim Karim Bangura. Tanko. Information reaching African 24 sports desks has revealed that the temporary appointment of Amidou Karim as caretaker coach and backroom staff in the upcoming AFCON 2026 qualification is incomplete based on the standard procedures not followed in his selection. On October 3rd, 2023, the Sierra Leone Football Association issued a letter of appointment to Amidou Karim, Francis Zappa Koroba, and Alhaji Abedi Fore to man the affairs of the male senior national team, Leone Stars, ahead of the FIFA World Cup 2026 qualifiers. In an exclusive interview with the Public Relations Officer of the National Sports Authority, NSA, Eric Batilo Fomba, he confirmed to this medium that the appointment of Amidou Karim and others is completely inadequate. He goes on to say, the ministry and NSA are aware of the authority to appoint coaches to national team, but this appointment should be done in the spirit of objective, it should be done in the spirit of the objective of the SLFA statutes. So that is it. So what they say is that due processes were not followed. There you go. He said, however, Fomba added that the position should be advertised through credible media houses for international standards to be met. Though as it stands now, the caretaker appointment should run for 3 months only. For 3 months only. In another development, Africa 24 discovered that Mohamed Kalon was about to sign a contract as head coach of Leone Stars, but SLFA's appointment committee wanted to choose their own assistant coach and backroom staff, which decision Mohamed Kalon refused to accept, and that gave an easy pathway for the appointment of Leone Stars interim coach Amidou Karim. Diana, you said it all.
Yes, because I call some journalists there when they say the interest in sports, the report on sports, so they give me some of the information that they say that now they mean child go up the way they feel.
Okay.
And I think so that's the best decision.
You think so, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can forbid you safe. You
Yeah.
don't allow people.
You don't have to be cheap. You don't have to be cheap. You don't have to be cheap. Just because of appointment. And the man deserves it. The man deserves it.
If he deserves it, he deserves
see?
it. If he's responsible for pick assistants and the other staff, then you not allow him. You not give him the free hand. You not only give the free hand for choosing who I think say that the best person for work with him when they go able for take the team, you know, and they were able for see results.
Okay.
But you know, they always look for do things in their own way, where they not their own interest. Okay. You know, the sports, the SLFA and the ministry, all time they get issue. All time we come to their kind plenty issues. They always they get controversies them over the years. And I think say for far too long now, if we find out with less stability, let them able for work and do the right things them so that we go see returns for sports.
You're right.
Absolutely, and it's nothing for sports.
You're right.
Nothing Leone Stars. The last game they all lost their game there. You know, now we see return. No returns to the passport. Before they waste almost $1 million passport, let them invest for all that.
Yeah, because then the thing is that if you go appoint the coach, right? Then you also appoint the one for Okuta.
Yeah, then they take instruction.
I don't know, they let him go back.
They blame the coach.
And the coach
yes.
take the blame.
And they blame the coach.
And the coach take the blame. So therefore, we, at TDN, we support the stance of Mohamed Kalon. He acted in the best interest of the country, and we believe, say, since not just interim caretaker coach them put there, let that position be, I'm not campaigning, but let that position be reserved for Mohamed Kalon, or then go take somebody outside the country.
Because
let the advertiser.
Bad blood not can exist between the guys.
Because now,
so I'm not say even if the advertiser Mohamed Kalon will be interested in
no, I mean,
until they have come.
Because now,
you know,
even if they appoint Mohamed Kalon, the ministry and the National Sports Authority will still get concerned about due process. So let the SLFA do the needful. It's a shame that they cannot do the needful. They say they can appoint. You don't have to appoint. Make it a best practice. Appoint the coach through due process. Do an advertisement. Let people apply. Let people send in their quotations. as to what it will take to be the head coach. And it is wrong for you appoint, the coach, and you also go appoint and the people that for good. No. That is if you don't have it, right? Now the same thing happened. I remember the APC convention. When they went to that convention, and Anesbai Kuma ended up selecting Dr. Samuel Kamara, and he did not stop there. He also appoints a running mate. Come on, you don't do such a thing. That's very, that's a wicked thing to do. Very, very selfish thing to do. Anyway, bravo to Mame Kalon. We wish you well. We hope this matter will be resolved within the next 3 months. We would love to see the advertisement. We would love to see Mame Kalon apply. We would love to see him handle the mantle. He has suffered behind this sport business many times. He has even applied. At Atlanta, he wanted to be the SLAFA president. And then we'll see how gameplay to the face cam Aisha Johansson. To Aischa Johansson.
But he stepped down. He therefore stepped down.
Yeah, because you see the guy where he takes me to go. So he says, no, I'm not going to be part of this. Mame Kalon, not a person where a chief person. He saw the things happening. For that election day, now the IG, former IG, Munu, now even to at the gates. They were only allowing Aisha Johansson supporters. I'm telling you, man, it was a serious thing. That time the football began well in this country, unfortunately. So anyway, SALONE deserves better. Our guys in sports, they deserve better. And the only way possible, there's much more effort fed them for stop. Let us work for the good of SALONE. Let us put SALONE on the map. We don't go to the African Cup of Nations. We did not do too well, but we were there. At least we were there. Other countries were not there. We were there. So thanks to the former coach. And we expect say whoever they can take over from that coach, they go take it to another level. Yeah. No, so Diana?
No, that's one.
All right. So let's go to another issue. Mike Berewa. Have you heard this name before, Diana?
I don't hear your name. Now social media.
Social media.
It gets some guys, they always I don't know, they look for among themselves. They always this doctor, this lie. They all tell you talk about Mike Berewa, they left in job in America for can take job in a state house. I say don't the almost months pay for wait take up the job in a state house. So he don't decide for go. So in saying they want for raise money in social media for pay. Almost money, almost like salary.
But officially we cannot say they were not paying him. And we cannot say that's the reason why he left.
But it's here resign according to other sources.
Well, as far as we concerned, he resigned and he has even left the shores of Sierra Leone. He left the shores of Sierra Leone since August. Yeah, since August, now he left the shores of Sierra Leone. Anyway, Mike Berewa was appointed controversially as Director of Communications, Office of the President. Office of the President. And his appointment was on the 13th of October 2022 amidst public criticism. I remember Marcella Samba, now the one person maybe writes some kind of critical something. Say, but this appointment is so crucial for you go give somebody like a desk when a social media enthusiast always talking about power, this and that, going against other things, this and that. And what happened? Marcella Samba came under attack. I remember even Abdul Fonti Kabia, he referred to Marcella as terrorist. Do you remember that, Diana?
I remember.
He referred to Marcella as terrorist. Can you imagine Abdul Fonti, Abdul Fonti? Is the man a terrorist? Why the man for question the man appointment? This and that. Now the president appoints him. Nobody longer right for criticize the president appointment. This and that. Say the man a terrorist.
He even called Mike Berewa for take her to court.
Yes, he even tell Mike Berewa say, take her to court, take her to court. On what basis? On what basis? On what grounds? On what grounds? You see? So anyway, so Mike Berewa resigned according to media reports. We have not heard anything officially from him. Although you were saying that he did not resign, Diana.
Well, that I see some of the SLPP followers, they say resign, So we want to make her officially, let me make her officially. Why is still not, why from August you don't let the country, not in the country? Because as communications man, you need for the country. You need for the updates.
He left since August, Diana. Since August, I left. It's a no mix. It's a mix. Can you imagine? It's a no mix. So anyway, it's a very serious matter that somebody has to resign. We don't know why. We can only wait and see. But I don't think so we'll ever get these true story as to why he resigned.
Exactly.
That's the problem with SALONE. So let's go to another issue. The European Union don't inform the governments of Sierra Leone through the information minister for say they are going to put out their independent, detailed reports on their own election findings. And according to the EU ambassador, they say the reports go look into all the issues, all the underlying issues. And so it just wanted the government know, say, they are coming out with their reports. So it does not come out as a surprise. And then the information minister, in response was that the elections have been conducted, and that's it.
They are over.
Nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change anything. So even if the European Union comes something different, but nothing is going to change anything as far as they are concerned. They even talk say the election was credible, free and fair, the most peaceful.
Who says so?
The information minister, of course. Who else? The information minister, the young man. How they call her? China Bar. So the report is expected around the 10th, or Wednesday, or Thursday, as the case may be. But what is clear is that the report is coming out this week. Are you suspecting that it might not be a good report for the government, Diana, or for ECSL? Are you suspecting? Because mind you, the initial reaction of the European Union alongside the British government and the American government and others, they raised concerns, serious concerns about the credibility, integrity of the reports, of the announcement of the result of the election, Diana. So are we expecting anything different?
But why the delay? Why does it take so long for the police report now? What were they waiting for?
I don't know, definitely I don't know.
I cannot speak for them. Nobody eyed them one, 9-4.
But the eye was still one. The eye was still one. The dust is not settled yet, Diana. Maybe for them this is the most appropriate time. Especially now that they can go into this peace dialogue. Because like I say, it is excuse me, it is not just for go sit down and talk, say just dialogue and love friend peace. No. The first thing, it has to be established that things went wrong. Otherwise, what will they dialogue on? They have to be in agreement that things went wrong. Because it is only when that is happening that the APC, for instance, will negotiate from a position of strength.
So we wait for city reports, and one of the trusted development partners.
Oh yes, of course.
So we don't say whatever that they present to be, that's something where factual, not going to be biased, now for the interest of the nation. So let the government let them not get the idea always say this report because of the situation where they unfold, not going to be in my favor. Whatever it is, now a learning process. Therefore some of the things that will not happen, therefore learn from them and see how we can be able for address them so that it not will repeat itself again. Too late. So Chang no ban not for the bit gone, let it wait for the
government in position now. The government say the election, of course, no, nothing will change. Nothing will change.
But there are things in that report where they go for learn from the things.
No, definitely. Me, I never say.
Definitely.
Things like this no will ever happen again as alone. One clean election, no state capture. Go put person at ECSL, knowing that the person at SLPP. Maybe he's there for on a mission. Or you never put commissioner, SLPP commissioner. No.
And the thing is that even when people are going to say dead people are so, they're going to raise issue against dead people are so, they're not they listen and take the necessary action. Because I know there were some commissioners there, but I think 1 or 2 commissioners there. Well, in the opposition raise objection towards their appointments, you know. People are raise concern about them. But so, they're not ever listening.
Exactly.
Let me listen to what people say. Let me change the people there. So, you know, for the good of everybody.
Exactly.
You know, for appease people and mind, then they be comfortable with the people that they present to them.
And one thing back when the minister tell the European ambassador, he say, if you realize, say, there is no perfect election in the world. No perfect election in the world. Meaning he was trying to justify something that there could be problems. That could be problems. That could be problems, but those problems do not amount to changing anything. That the election, you see, said the election was credible and transparent. Credible and transparent. It's the government's position, and this position will not change. So, but I want, when they go for that negotiation, they may not stress too much on this credibility and transparency.
Exactly.
That means I say it has to be established that things went wrong or did not go wrong before they go proper. Before they go proper, well, then that has to be established by them, right? They have to establish that, and then they will not discuss them further. Whether it was rigged or not rigged. It has to come out in that discussion. Because otherwise now a court before take that kind of issue saying that based on the evidences this election was rigged or it was not rigged. It is their prerogative. But in this case, there are not going to be any such courts. There are going to be middlemen who can sit and before we keep on traveling. Not that they were stopping him from traveling, but the one people say, anytime I travel, you have to come to the AP's office and take permission. Tell us where you're going, what you're going to do, and when you're coming back. They write and done. And when you travel, if you report back saying, I don't come home. I don't come home. I don't come, sir. So anyway, so there was a ban on 121 APC officials. Some of them were investigated by the Commission of Inquiry. Some of them, they found their names on the list just by virtue of them being associating with the All People's Congress. One of them, Adi Macaulay, were even put out I mean, you know, a WhatsApp or a tweet or whatever you call them, for saying he's surprised that his name was on that list, even though he was not part of those investigated. So that is it. But anyway, the long and short of it is that the government don't pull all the restriction on those people. They were restricted from traveling out of the country because the COI outcome was still being investigated. Some did at the Supreme, some at the appeals court, some still did, some they don't resolve them. They don't already see some other party, I mean, you know, another category. And this is happening. It is happening at a time when 45 evidence files of the COI go missing, just like that. 45.
How did they go missing?
They went missing.
They
went missing. No, they had files. They had files. Mind you, even during the commission of inquiry, they motive the judge in computer. So they be relying on hard copies. Of course, the soft copies can be there.
But you know,
right? But how comes But how comes they had these hard copies? 45 in the custody of the COI Secretariat, whether the judiciary, the Court of Appeal, for that matter. How comes 45 of those files went missing? Just like that. And nobody has been arrested. The government has not put out a public statement for saying this is what has happened. The president has not, because me and the president, I will come out openly and make a statement about those missing files, and that people should take responsibility, and that the public will know already what is the action of the government. 45 files going missing just like that, Diana. For a case where the government spent billions and billions of years bringing foreign judges, establish a whole...
So where the duplicate copies then?
But except the soft copies. The soft copies. If they are there, I don't know whether they are there.
Because you don't only get one, you forget duplicate copies.
Well, you see, the fact of the matter is that...
The nature of that case...
Those hard copies, Diana, those hard copies are those that you can present in any court hearing. Those files. Because those files, they will not admit them already in evidence.
So the need for files.
So for them to go missing, who could have done that? Who could have done that? Who have access to those files? Who will get access to those files? And it is also happening at a time when 3 appeals court judges, Justice Ivan Sise, Justice Adrian Fisher, and Justice Alhadi Momo Jas Davis, they don't reserve judgments in relation to the COI matter, the Commission of Inquiry matter against former President Anesbai Nkrumah. It is also happening at a time when Dr. Samuel Kamara himself did not reserve judgment for EO matter. And it is also happening at a time when 2 days the president, Julius Banabio, wished the former president happy birthday.
Why birthday so coming to this?
Well, it is this lifting of the ban is happening at this crucial moment. When files went missing, and then they don't reserve judgment. And then now the president say he don't lift ban. People can travel as they want now to travel. In other words, the COI thing has become something else. I mean, you know. So, but it's good to mention all of that, Diana. Imagine 121 former government officials told you cannot travel, but now you can go anywhere you want to go. Just when files have gotten missing, Diana. And then the Minister of Information was on radio this morning. He said the lifting of the ban is just part of the gesture where the president don't give to the APC for telling us, say, we are more than serious about this dialogue, Diana.
It's a good step that they take, because for me it's so unfair that, you know, I did not make it very clear. And it's one of the ones that they investigate at the Commission of Inquiry. It was only there as defense, I was a defense counsel, where they represent inclines them. You know, we all know say yes, he's a member of the APC. You know, so for 2.5 years, they say for 2.5 years he cannot travel. How he name one on the list? What he make them put his name on the list? You know, so now they ask that question they did. Why his name in fact appeared on the list? You know, so these are all the things they only talk at this country here. So, you know, this I would say, because you think say whether they think say because he was there representing some people then where they investigate and they or whatever, you know, go make the name appear at the list, and you know, in there the program 2.5 years they seize their passport they can't travel.
Yeah, but instead of the travel, I want to say instead travel actually because I mean, you know, one time when Dr. Samuel Kamara they go to America, he was there with him. And yeah, as long as he take permission.
The delegation where they go.
Yeah, as long as he go take permission. Always important, just go and take permission. Say, Pa, I want to travel, sir. There, when I make a go there, I will come back to the hotel. That's it. That's it. And then you can come back. I will just look for Adi Macaulay in tweet where he's saying, oh, thank you, I don't see her. He said, Jana, you can get that, please. Yeah, you can get that.
You know, he said, I was placed on a travel ban by President Bio at President Bio government for 5 years. 2.5 years of those 5 years, I was unable to leave the shores of Sierra Leone. The interesting thing is this: I was never investigated by the COI or any other authority. Now that my violated constitutional rights, freedom of movement, has been rightfully restored. Can someone explain to me how my name got into that list? This is time for answers and not commendations or celebrations. So there's nothing to celebrate about the lift of the ban. Okay. You know, honestly, you deprive somebody in constitutional rights, in freedom of movement.
But it happened as a result of a circumstance.
And why? He was not part of those.
Yeah, he was not.
Not part of those.
He was not, yeah. But that
how comes his name entered that list?
Because he was a person of interest.
Interest for what?
A person of interest because he was APC. He was a senior APC.
So why you been applying for the APC?
No, but the government was being investigated. The past government was being investigated of massive corruption. Massive corruption. Yeah, but a person of interest, Diana. Person of interest. When I say person of interest, not mean to say you have found wanting of anything, this and that and that. Because you remember when they launched the COI report where President Bio referred to the former APC officials, they say, I am peace.
No, not to I am you. When you the one where the then chief minister.
Oh, yeah.
Professor, what's it?
David Francis.
And
you know, not to all of that too, because they even freeze the accounts them, Diana. So I wonder why the president just lift the ban on traveling. What about the accounts? It should be official. If their accounts where they be freeze, they don't lift the ban on with them as well. Let the public know. Because there were ministers who were grumbling that right now, man, Boko, I'm not got access to my account.
So they call the IMB. What do you call them when they are now?
No, I don't know. So anyway, this is a big. But then Mohamed Bangura was in parliament that day, and he was advocating for this lifting of the ban, and he even went on various media houses. So is he the one to take the praise? What do you think? Because he was actually moved. He was actually advocating for this. As far as I
know, Mohamed Bangura is on his own.
He's on his own, okay. So he was speaking for himself. Okay, so in other words, he was not doing a favor to the APC. I see. All right, let's go to another issue. The APC All People's Congress has suspended Honorable Mohamed Bangura and Honorable Alfred Thompson. We call them honorable because they don't go take the oath of office, and actually they are honorable members of parliament, right? Whether duly or unduly. But what is important is that they went to parliament against the party's decision for them not to, and then they subscribed to the oath of office. And then Mohamed Bangura, in fact, has been made ECOWAS Community Member of Parliament. So now, the APC don't officially put them on suspension. Let me go to the letter. Immediately. Let me go to the letter and see what it says. Let me go to the letter and see what it says so the public knows what is therein. Okay? Now, and the letter is dated the 7th of October 2023. So this letter already in front of we, now the one for Alfred Thompson. So the address to Comrade Alfred Thompson. Then it said, dear comrades. So in other words, they are referring to both him and Mohamed Bangura. It says suspension of your membership of the All People's Congress Party pending the inquiry by the Disciplinary and Grievance Handling Committee. I read that again. Suspension of your membership of the All People's Congress Party pending the inquiry by the Disciplinary and Grievance Handling Committee. This letter is to confirm your suspension from the All People's Congress Party pending investigation by the Disciplinary and Grievance Handling Committee. As you are aware, allegations were made against you, and the committee is now conducting its investigation. At this time, your suspension does not assume any guilt, but the committee, by a letter dated 30th September 2023, feels that the investigation will be more efficient if you are suspended, considering the fact that your present action is predicated on continuous breaches. The committee requires your full cooperation during this time, so please be available for the proceedings at all times. Your suspension is in compliance with Article 14B of the party's 2022 Constitution and Article 20B of the Disciplinary and Grievance Handling Manual of 2023. The decision to suspend you is predicated on an anonymous vote by members of the committee. In that regard, your membership of the All People's Congress Party is duly suspended with immediate effect, effective today, that's the date, that's the 7th of October, pending the outcome of the inquiry. When the investigation is completed, the committee will contact you to outline its findings. Should the committee deem you innocent, your membership will be restored. I go to the next page. Your membership will be restored immediately. However, if the committee considers the need for disciplinary action, you will be advised accordingly. If you have any questions regarding this suspension, or if you have any important information that could shed further light on these allegations, please do not hesitate to contact the committee. Furthermore, as per the provisions of Article 20B of the Disciplinary and Grievance Handling Manual, which stipulates that the time span of the suspension must be for a specific period, the committee, in very strict adherence to this provision, wish to convey that the suspension shall cease to be in force on the 15th day of November 2023, by which time the inquiry would have attained its conclusion. Signed, Lansana Dumbuya, ESQ, National Secretary General. Copy, National Advisory Committee of the APC, Leader of the APC, Chairman of the APC, and then Disciplinary and Grievance Handling Committee, APC. Dana, now the order to, these guys have been suspended. And Mohamed Bangura was threatening already that if they take any foolish action against them, he will go to court. Hello?
And I think there's a process, and I think one of the first steps where the system is very important for suspended force until it goes through the disciplinary committee, therefore go before them. Well, Mohamed Bangura of himself will go and explain himself, you know. I think the information will go give to the committee, then go make whether they think they don't take further action against them and the police in suspension. So it's up to Mohamed Bangura for making it available on the stipulated dates where they don't say they will appear before the committee, so that we go see how everything went, whether I'm in favor or whether the committee will see the need for take disciplinary action against them, which I think will be very bad for them if they find them guilty of any, you know, how they can say anti-party activity or something like that. You know.
Okay.
It could be very bad for you know, except if he thinks well, I will therefore slide over to other political parties.
No, I tried to talk about. Let's see what you do now. Let's say, I go. He said, I go. Who said they need me?
They need you.
But he was needed at the APC. But he was needed at the APC. Now make the girl symbol.
Yeah.
So now, if anything, now you don't need the APC anymore.
Exactly.
Otherwise, if you don't listen, if you don't adhere to the party indecision, say, wait, look at it now. They are going to resolve this thing amicably, and the APC MPs are going to Parliament.
Exactly.
Will they sit with Bangura and Alfred Thompson?
Because there's no trust.
Will they sit with them, Diana?
Trust not the.
They will not sit with them. They will not sit with them. Obviously, they will tell you, say, I don't know,
trust not.
So you see, so sometimes it's good to behave honorably because it pays to do so. Anyway, it's TDN. You have added anything to that, Diana?
I think we don't complete all the.
Yeah, we can stay. We still get time. I not say we.
don't complete.
We still get time. We still get time. Yes, so we have to go on. Let's get some fun. Let's have some fun. The chairman-elect of the Waterloo and District Council. Like you create whatever. Castle Hall and Coal. You know, a give body water. So let family listen, but let family listen to what to go on. Castle.
Ali Melody on the microphone.
When you jog me, man, I jog you, man too. You jog me, wife, I jog you, wife too. Do me, I do you. So man, now go vex. If you think say you smart, I am not smarter. Knock no the left by me. Do me, I do you. So man, now go vex. For take you companion and make am you yo. I know yato. This game you dey play. Today you don't reach you what I love. You go feel am now you back go. You go feel am, man. You jog me, man, I jog you, man too. You jog me, wife, I jog you, wife too. Do me, I do you. So man, now go back.
Yes. That is Casual and Cold, Diana. What do you think?
Oh my God, I really enjoy it. It moves the.
It moves, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like hefty, man.
Yes.
It is very hefty.
But
very hefty.
I think it did well. It did justice to the song.
Well, problem. And so we go bring the curtain down.
Yes.
Diana, please.
So with that, we will say thank you to you and join me, and they ask that you join me again on Wednesday. We'll be there again on Wednesday for another edition of Salon Talk on TDN Africa Media. They say tata.
And me and Theophilus Gbenda, they tell us plenty thank you for watch through. We hope so find them interesting, educative, and informative. That's how we do it here at TDN. So please follow us, subscribe, and then share, our posts. So more people then will benefit from the program content. Thank you to the technical man, Brother TJ, we make it possible for let the program go through. Me and Theophilus Gbenda, they say tata. We are coming back here on Wednesday, but please feel free to go to our Facebook page, TDN Africa Media, and or you go to YouTube, you will catch us there. Thank you so much, and goodbye.
Credible information.